Today we're gonna be fencing, and right now I'm backing up the pickup, gonna hook up to the flatbed trailer. We're gonna put some attachments on it, gonna get the skid loader, probably four-wheeler on it. Then we're gonna start ripping out some old fence and we're gonna put in some new fence. We're gonna put some wood posts up on the trailer, and then we're gonna grab the post pounder and park the skid loader on the trailer. Skid loader's loaded. We have some wood posts and also the forks. So now we're gonna go head over. It's like 1/8 of a mile or less. It's not a very long stretch of wire. We just got to the pasture, and the plan is to tear out this fence. It's about 1/8 of a mile, I think. This H brace right here is good, so we're gonna leave that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna unhook this second wire all the way down, throw it over the back because it's still good and we can reuse that. And then with the skid loader, we're gonna tear out everything. There's woven wire, and that's gonna be down in the mud, and also there's a bunch of grass growing through it. So we're gonna tear all that out once we get that second wire off, and we're gonna roll it up and throw it away. Robbie's getting it unhooked from that corner post down there. Jake's up ahead, taking all the staples off on the second wire. I'm throwing it over the fence. Then pretty soon we'll use the forks on the skid loader and we'll start getting underneath all this and pulling it out. And then we're gonna just wrap it up. And if you're wondering where Dad is, he ran to town because we weren't prepared and we don't have any T-posts, or we don't have enough T-posts or staples, and so he's running to town and he's getting some of that. What kind of pliers are those that you got there, Jake?
Oh, something.
Can you tell me about them?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, you don't?
You're the one that welded that on there.
Oh. Right here we have these special pliers, and at the end you can see I welded a little bit of metal on it. And what we use those for is, yeah, they're not as great for when we're taking the staple off, but when we're putting them on, we can get that in that little bent wire piece, and it's really easy. Oh, let me help you there. And it's really easy to get the staple on, and we'll have plenty of demonstration later when we're stringing 4 new wires or 5 on this new fence that we're about to put up. And so right here would have been the end of the run, but you can see it's in kind of a low spot, plus we got all these trees to contend with. And so what we're gonna do is actually come into this pasture, and we're gonna put the H brace right here. That way we don't have to deal with these trees and all that mud. Robbie and Jacob move my forks together, that way hopefully we don't have any of those T-posts still stuck in the ground, and we're thinking when they're closer to the T-post it won't put as much strain on the wire and it'll pull them out better. So now we're working on rolling the wire up, and it's a pretty crappy job, isn't it?
It's not fun.
Yeah, you got to worry about wires slapping you in the face and you're getting poked constantly. But we think it gets done pretty quickly as compared to rolling up each individual wire and picking up all the T-posts. We got that big roll rolled up, and so now all we got to do is get these little stragglers that didn't get pulled up with the fence, and then we're gonna set that H brace down at the end and run a wire. So we were trying to cross and go around, but it's a little muddy. My dad wiggled himself out. Got it all tore out, the wires rolled up, and next thing we got to do, right now it's time for lunch, but when we come back we're going to put in that H brace on the corner there. Punch those two in. Now we're gonna run that brace across them and strap them up. So this one's not really a corner since we got fence running that way and that way, so we got our tension wires running both ways, that way it can pull from either side. And that gives us a nice line to punch posts in the rest of the way. So now we're gonna mark off the distance in between each post, our wood post and our steel post, which Dad went and got from town this morning, and then we'll start punching them in.
Here. Do you need more space?
Ready?
The three hooligans are stapling it up and getting it out of the way, and Dad and I are going to start stringing the third wire. After this we'll just do one more wire, which will be a total of 4 wires, and that should hold in our pairs pretty well. Can you take it around that edge for me. You want a water? Looks like we're gonna make it. Or maybe not.
I don't think so, it'll fall.
Okay. So hopefully if we pull it tight, it'll be enough. But there's our corner post where we're going to, and we just barely got there.
Get ready to pucker.
Whew. All right, so we got all 4 wires tightened up, and now it's about time to go hunting. So they're gonna take off and go hunting, and then Dad and I are gonna stick back, and we're gonna put all the staples, all the wood post staples and all the T-post staples in.
Thanks.
Just kind of slip it in there, twist it around, and then you're on to the next one, just like that. So Dad and I finished putting all the wood post staples and the T-post staples in the fence. And so there she is, looking pretty nice. It was about 40 degrees all day today, which was really nice. You can't ask for much more than that. Dad and I are both gonna take off. He's taking the tractor. I'm gonna take the pickup and the trailer. And tomorrow we're probably gonna come back out. We got a little mending to this fence we gotta do. And also over on the other side of these trees, we're gonna tear out another stretch of fence that's probably similar in size to this, but a little bit smaller. We definitely couldn't have got all that done without my brothers helping out. So it was awesome, they were out. We went hunting this morning, we saw 3 doe, and they're out hunting again. I didn't go with them because we have 2 deer stands, and so I thought, well, I'll just let them sit in the deer stands. Plus, I enjoy fencing a lot, so I just wanted to fence instead. So, I hope this video was neat. I don't know. Fence, something I like doing. I like getting new fence in, not having to worry about cattle getting out as much, especially since next year that's going to be corn. So we won't have to worry as much about cows getting into the corn. Also, when we're getting pastures ready, that one's going to take a lot less time. You know, maybe a deer will knock a staple or 2 off, but that fence we don't have to worry about as much, nearly as much anymore. And so thanks for watching today. See you next time.